This is part 3 of everything that I cooked for Christmas dinner. In part 1, I marinated the meats. In part 2, I made the salads. And now in part 3, it is time to get cooking. I started by browning the pork on both sides for 5 minutes, and then once it had some color, I poured hot water into the dish and marinated the pork in. I added that to the pot, covered it, and then let it cook for about an hour. And then as soon as that was going, I moved straight on to the curried goat for the rasta pasta. I sauteed some chopped onions, garlic, and ginger, then burned the curry powder before adding the seasoned goat. I mixed everything together so it was fully coated in that burnt curry. Then I covered it and let it create its own liquid. After about 10 minutes, I added water from the marinade dish, covered it again, and let it cook low and slow for about 3 hours. I did go in and add water to the pot when necessary. I also prepped some red and green bell peppers along with onions and set those aside for later. The pork is now tender after 1 hour, so I added some bell peppers, carrots, onion, thyme, green seasoning, pork seasoning, and a little extra water. I also threw in a tin of broad beans, gave everything a good stir so they could mix and mingle, and then I covered it and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. After that, it was on to the fried chicken. I dredged the chicken in a seasoned mix of flour and cornstarch, and then I carefully added them to the hot oil. I ensured that the fire was on medium heat because I wanted them to get the perfect golden crisp. After that, it was time to start working on the gungu rice. This part was super easy because I'm using the canned peas, so all I did was pour the liquid from the can, wash the peas, add it to the pot, pour in some coconut milk, bring it to a boil, season the pot, wash the rice, add it to everything, mix it around, cover with a lid, ensure the fire is low, and left it to cook. Our pork stew is finally done cooking. I turned the heat off and let it rest, and I also took out the chicken from the oil and put them on some paper towel to drain. So now all that's left to do is make the rasta pasta. So when the curry goat is almost done, I re-seasoned the pot with everything that I prepped before and also added a splash of rum, and I added some penne to a pot of boiling water and started working on the pasta sauce. For the sauce, I used coconut milk and cream cheese as the base. I added in some of that curry gravy and a little mozzarella for extra richness. And then once the pasta was cooked, I mixed it in with the goat. I let everything come together, and then I transferred it to a serving tray and topped it with the rest of the curried goat. And then by then, the rice was finished cooking as well. And just like that, Christmas dinner was ready.